Hey, good morning, y'all. I just want to talk to you a bit. I just want to put something in you. I'm on my way to the pantry. See if I can get me a little something to eat. Yeah, I'm going to the pantry. It's 9 degrees. I went yesterday, but they were. What's up, Bonnie? I went yesterday, but they were closed, and they say they're going to be open today, but it's colder outside today. So I'm not sure on what's gonna happen. That's a long ride. Look at my door. That's a long way. Oh my goodness. That's Aries. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't got my glasses on. That's Aries right there. Oh man. It's gonna be, it's gonna be a, it's gonna be a long ride. I think the terrain, you see the snow in the street. I rode my bike, but the snow wasn't like hard and it wasn't frozen, you see. But it's 9 degrees outside. Shit, this shit gonna mess me up. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's wild out here. Let me hold on. No, well, I don't know. I might could make it. I should be able to make it through. Yeah. Yeah. You got to go through these travels and things, you see, before you get to your destination. You see. Yeah, you got to go through these travels before you get to your destination. You see. I just want to talk to you a little bit. You see, I just want to talk to you. You see, I just want folks to know us. You see, when the homie come through. You see, when the homie come through, I don't want you all to feel like feel a certain type of way. Don't be afraid. You see, don't be afraid. You see of what you might see. Don't be afraid. You see, just think about something that always been around you. You see, always been around you, wanted to communicate with you. You see, but you had the world in you. You knew your Bible, you knew the church, you knew who you fellowship with, you know who you worship with. But when it comes to the physical being, you see, you wasn't expecting that because, you was your own person because the one that you said you love was only in the spirit and he done so many things for you in the spirit. You see now, but if you see it in the flesh, you see, he ain't gonna tell you I'm this or I'm that. He ain't gonna tell you. The world gonna tell you. You see, the powers of this world is gonna tell you. You see, I love my peanuts. The power of this world gonna tell you. You see, and you still might not believe because he's in the physical. But I tell you, you better pretend like you believe. Always pretend like you believe because you got to remember one thing. You was marked, making fun of him. You was marked, laughing at him, calling him names, making him feel low. And the only thing he asked was for your help or assistance from something. You see? You didn't want to come from yourself. You wanted to come from the text. Because that's how you was taught. He needed you to come from what God created and the things that you went through. You see? He needed to hear those type of things. You shoot him off. You hear what God, the treasure you hear what God created in you. You see? Or you hear the imps that's inside of you. You made them sacred. You see? And you made money off of, what God, God. You made money off of what God was saying. You see? But when the man come and presents itself, and he gonna need you to present yourself, what you gonna say to you? You gonna read him something in the Bible? And he asking you to walk through the park with it, and you gonna tell him that you can't find that in the Bible? You see? He gonna touch and try to just move your hair around because the hair keep getting in your eye, but you don't want to move it because you feeling some type of way, so he moves the piece of hair away from your eye. You see? You see? And you flinch because you're not really there. You see? You're not really there. Can you imagine this? Just imagine. But that's a fantasy thing because you won't be walking with him anyway. You see, because he's not going to be shiny like you was taught, like you was taught how people are when they become successful. You see, he ain't going all the things that you believe success is, he's going to come in the opposite of what that looked like. You see, And some of them going to come to you and tell you, some of them going to come to you and tell you these things that I'm talking to you right now about. You see, they're going to warn everybody. They're going to talk to everybody. You see, they're going to talk to you. They're going to see where you're at. You see, yeah, they're going to see where you're at. They're going to see, you see, if you can put your understanding from what was created from your mama and your daddy, if you can give them a little bit of something, you see, because it's going to save something, that it's going to help something. You see, it's going to help free them in the spiritual world. You see, you're going to have to talk to this being, you see, that you said you love. This Jesus, what you call him, Jesus, this Jesus. You're going to have to talk to him in your physical form. You're going to have to talk to them about your creation, about your mama and your daddy. You see, if they're deceased, you see, he's going to want to know about them. You see, what have you learned from them? You see, because it's going to set them free in the spiritual world. They're going to have to be let up. You see, they're going to have to be let up. These are the two beings that's going to catch you. You see, when that fungus drop, it's going to propel you and lift you up. It's going to erect you. You see, because that's the weight that was all up on you and you couldn't see it. You see, that fungus from generations, or you are blended in all from over the years that you never really cleaned off. You just covered it because of your so-called success. You see, I'm just talking to you. You see, I ain't nobody. I don't even read your book. I just let my mother read the book for me. You see, I remember her reading that book, you see. I remember him reading the book. I remember my uncles reading the book. I remember my uncles in the pulpit. I remember my aunties and things. I remember them. You see, I remember them. What am I reading? They was all reading things. And then something said, he's going to read his soul to the people. He's going to read his spirit to the people. Would they listen to him the way they listen to them that reads the text? I don't know. I don't know. Would you know? I don't know. We're going to see, though. We're going to see how it's going to be because when this man come through or this woman come through and they pop up and then start talking to you, you see, they ain't going to look right. You see, your soul might say, "Ian, get the hell away from me. Don't. I don't have no nickel. Get away from me." Ma'am, I wasn't asking you for no money. I wasn't asking you for no money. I was just letting you know that you have a stink bug on your shoulder. And I was going to knock it off. A stink bug? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Get it off. Well, no, you just you can just hit it. You're going to have some stink on your hand, but just hit it. Okay? Just hit it. I apologize. You see, it's going to be one of those type of things, you see. Your spirit, your soul, you see, it's going to be read in a certain type of way. You see, you might not find these things in your text. See, that's why it's going to confuse you. You see, because how man taught you, how to be educated, the colonized way, how he taught you to be orderly, you see, because you have to come before it when you're doing commerce. You see, you have to come before it. You see, he taught you all these things, but he didn't teach you about when the fire comes. He didn't teach you about when the fire comes. You know what I'm saying? It's just switch around on you. He didn't teach you about none of this type shit, did he? No. No, he didn't teach you about that. He didn't teach you about these things. No, he didn't teach you about these things. He didn't teach you about those things. It's going to be a beautiful time. I'm talking about like closest next week. You see, like, spring and all these other type of things. You see. Oh, it's going to be so beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful sight to see for you. It's going to be beautiful. You ain't going to know what's happening. You're going to be crying false tears. You see, they're gonna be false because you know what right from wrong is. You read it in your text. You done read it in school. You didn't understood it through your relationships that you had growing up, and however it may be. You remember these things. You know it all. You know it all. But it's that spirit that you said you knew. But you don't know the flesh that spirit may come in. You don't know it. See, you don't even know if it's been watching you. Not watching you like creepy, like just watching you because, you probably make him feel happy. You see, however it may be. But he still got to do its Father's will and prepare you. You see, prepare you for the fire. You see, he still got to prepare you for the fire because he is fire. You see, he's fire. You see, he's fire. It ain't gonna hurt. The fire ain't gonna hurt you. You see, it's just gonna blister your ego a little bit. It's gonna blister that. You see, and possibly humble you. You see, what is the humble? What is the HUM? You see, what is that? What is the HUM? Humble. You see, what is humil? What is humility? You see, what is the hum? What's that hum stuff? Hum, make this whole world hum, hum, hum. Make this whole world hum, hum. Hum, 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 hum. Make this whole world hum, hum, hum. Make this whole world hum, hum, hum. Yeah, what is that HUM? You got the hum. Ah, man. No, the hum and that reads human, don't it? What is the who? And then you got the man. What is the who? That's an 8 and a 3. That's a 1 and a 1. What is that? What is that? That's not in your Bible. Oh, Lord, I keep forgetting that's not in your Bible. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm just trying to prepare you a little bit. You see, I know you don't like how Jeremiah be. You know how he do things, but you read how he do it in the book. But what if you just read how he do it in the flesh? Can you do that? Can you read how Jeremiah do certain things in the flesh? You see, are you waiting for him to tear up? No, he learned how to do this. Woo, he learned how to do that a little bit. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Love you. In a minute. Bye-bye.